Good morning, everybody. This is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. This video is about the number 911. Oftentimes, we think of this number as emergency. And every time we dial on the phone for an emergency, usually something bad takes place or has taken place. This is far from what 911 truly means. You know, there are a lot of things that are within our awareness or our world, our views, that is truly misinterpreted. I told you, I express to you all the time, your understanding to something will open a doorway. For example, I know a lot of people, well, I don't know a lot of people, but I have heard stories that people have actually thought that 1111 was a bad omen. Because it seemed that every time something took place, when they saw 1111, something bad was associated with it. Association, awareness, understanding. If you always think something bad of something, that's what it will be to you in your life. So 9/11 has appeared in my awareness, and I took note of it, and I'm so glad I have. It has appeared from time to time throughout my spiritual journey, and it is a number that you won't often get. You won't, unless there's an acknowledgement for you. If you are seeing this number, you are moving into a higher level of consciousness. You are moving into a higher awareness, or that you can. You hear what I am saying there? That you can. That at one point here in your progress, you have actually been more aware from time to time. And seeing 9/11 is asking you, stay in that mindset. It's a confirmation that you are getting it. This number signifies that you have very unique gifts and talents. And it is time that you use them. There's a phrase that if you think it, you can be it, you can do it. Of course, it takes knowing that you can. And it's truly all about that worthiness. If you are seeing this number, it's a confirmation that you are more than worthy of this. It's time for you to pick up on that vibration. This number is telling you that you are ready, or the universe is ready to lighten the world around you with divine light. That you are ready to grow and expand spiritually within this new sense of awareness and bring great purpose to your life. And it's time to take action to begin the flow for your greatest good. It's also representing the time again to move forward, or a new cycle. Kind of the same thing what I just said. Your readiness for more. And another meaning for this is that you are actually trusting your future self. That you are exactly where you need to be. And this is that confirmation that you trust. You have completely surrendered. When you begin to trust, and this is all about trusting your emotions. Your emotions will tell you how well you are flowing with creation. And this doorway of creation is opening for everybody. It's just seeing everything and understanding that gives us this creation, that we are more than capable of it. This is also a good number here because you are ready to manifest. And this is also about the higher level of consciousness that I have been talking about, that Christ consciousness, receiving your angel wings, and where these upcoming energies are leading us. When we are able to manifest things, it means that we are in that alignment, we are in that creation mode. It means that we have done the healing process. Because the healing process activates your chakra system and gets all of those chakras moving and flowing in something. I have had this tick, I don't know what you want to call it, habit of counting to 8. Every time I see a square or anything, a rectangle, a box that has 4 corners, I count them corners twice, of course, to equal 8 in every direction, whatever I can. And I have done that for, I'm going to go ahead and say 15 years. And this is probably the beginning of or the time that my awakening truly began. Because my awareness to my awakening process took place not 2 years ago. But we actually are being awakened prior to our awareness. The pain and the turmoil, that trauma that really takes from us was our process of our awakening. It's just if you don't understand it, it lingers. So if I had actually woken up when God shook me there a long time ago after my auto accident, that was the shock factor that was needed to get me moving and flowing in the right direction. I didn't understand it. I didn't see it. I was still the human person who thought from the ego mind, felt like a victim, and I blamed society. I blamed everybody else for how I was feeling. Nothing was going right, and it was never my fault. That's the mentality that I had, basically. I was still a very loving person. I knew who I was inside, but I couldn't allow that individual to live for some reason. Fear, of course, fear. So had I really awoken a long time ago, because I understood the concept of what the energy was doing within me, what God was doing within me, I would understand. That means you would understand what's taking place. I didn't. I failed to see. And that's your awareness. That's your level of consciousness. When you can understand something, you're reaching a different level, a different awareness. So the number 8, I've always questioned why I am counting to 8. Why number 8? Of course, the number 8 represents infinity, which is our spirit. Our spirit is infinite. It doesn't die. It doesn't go away. It's always here and present. So I kind of began to understand that as I was here awakening, that I have to live within my spirit self to feel endless, to feel powerful, to feel complete. You know, because our spirit is always connected to Source. But here is something else. The greater picture of it all as well that comes into play. When your chakra system is moving and flowing in that clockwise position, all of them in alignment, and you begin that flow, you're now moving with the universe. The universe moves in a counterclockwise position, and you move in the clockwise position. And when you compile the two together, you create the infinity sign, the number 8, the flow of life. You connected. That means you're connected. It's the same thing what I just said. Living within your spirit means you're connected to God. You create that number 8. There's your connection. The infinite flow between you, between the universe, which is, of course, Source, God, Spirit, Light, Energy, Power, Christ, you. And so that's when you manifest. You manifest your life. You know, and I've made a video and I haven't posted it yet. People talk about manifesting things. Try to manifest that money. It's not as easy as people say. And even if you get in alignment with the flow of money, you might be in alignment one time and then lose everything the next. Because nothing, everything, every chakra system has to be cleared to move properly. Constant flow. Now, even if you are in that constant flow and your chakra system is moving in alignment with the universe, you can still fall back. This is a daily trusting and surrendering thing. But when you get to this point, I'm hoping that you're at that level, that you're strong enough and built so high that you're not going to fall back down. But because there are outside influences, don't get sucked back down into that rabbit hole. Don't get sucked back down into the darkness. This is always your choice. Always. This number is always telling you to always keep a positive mindset. And that's what it takes to always create. And it's everything that I just said. So the following, one other meeting is that just stay in alignment with your purpose. If you are always trusting and always surrendering and being in alignment with love and light, you will be doing this for your purpose. It's so important to always be true to yourself. Now, that can get misleading though. You know, being true to yourself can make people become very selfish. Being true to yourself is giving yourself the greatest love. But it means being love. And I'm going to give you an example. The human love will tell you to quit loving. The human love will tell you that this person doesn't belong in your life. The human love will say, I have to keep myself away from this individual. And I mean those deeper relationships that I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about friendships or people that you see from time to time who, when you get close to them, cause you a lot of turmoil and pain and such drama that it weighs you down. Those people are occasional people that you come in contact with. You know, if you are in a relationship, for example, and it hasn't been so good, this is just my input as what God has expressed to me about what true love is. The human self is going to tell you to give up because it doesn't serve your soul. But God's love builds you up. You know, so what if you ended up breaking up in your relationship here? Or if it's your relationship with a significant other, or then you break up in your family too. That's also what I'm talking about here. You decide that your family is just so terrible that you can't even deal with it. You have to keep in mind, what is taking place is a result as what is within your heart. You always change your heart, and your world will match it. Not because of, it is kind of because you are manifesting more greatness, but your eyes will see more greatness because your heart is now full of greatness. That's God's love. God's love does not tell you to abandon anyone out of your pain, out of limitations, out of fear. God's love will ask you to see goodness in this situation, your relationship, your friendships, your family, to heal yourself. That's God's love. He wants you to be completely healed. Because how many times do we say, well, this person isn't good for me. My family, I can't stand them. I'm just going to cut it off. You're taking in more negative emotions now. You're taking in, well, I abandoned them. I have guilt now from this. And you might not at this moment as quickly as you did it, but in time, your mind is going to continuously go back and reflect and ponder, did I do the right thing? God's love will teach you so much and give you so much that you will never have to go back in time and question your problems or what you do. Your actions. We'll never have to question your actions. It will be certain, and it will be just, and it will be a blessing. And God will tell you precisely when it's time, and He will tell you with love, to where nobody is harmed. Because God's love doesn't hurt. True love doesn't hurt. So I want you to remember that wherever you are in your life, your relationships, in your family, the more that you can see experiences, no matter how traumatic they are. And, abuse is one thing, okay? Physical abuse, and I know emotional abuse. All of this can still be corrected, but this is your choice. All of that can still be corrected with God's love. I know this for a fact. But it's something that you have to believe in as well and take action on. It's not an easy concept. It's not an easy action. But it's God's love. And it begins in your heart. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.